Good evening, everyone. Mirren chat, just waiting for the rest of the team turning up. We're all late, as usual. Nothing wrong with it. And it's Stacey. Stacey's live from Australia, so she's ahead of me. So what time in the morning is it there?
2:15.
2:15, man. Mental, right? You see that wee Tam's just did his photograph taken with Andrew Kavanagh.
Oh, has he?
He sent me a photo. I'm going to post it. I've just asked him, what did he say? He said, we had a wee chat, just asking his experience as a fan. So there we go. I mean, the thing is, the fact that Mr. Kavanagh talked to him instead of took the photo and buggered off, you know what I mean? Here he's beeping me again. Aye. So John's on his way. Aye, that's brilliant, me man. I'm going to send you. Hang on. Isn't it? John, Stacey. That's cool. You'll see it in your messenger. Aye, so that's pretty good, man. You know, the fact he's stopping and talking to fans and he's made himself available, you know.
Oh, brilliant.
Aye. I'll let him post it first. I'm not going to post it up. It's his thing, but the wee man's buzzing. Aye.
He looks buzzing in the photo.
He's probably half cut, but anyway. So how's your jet lag getting on?
Oh, I swear to God, I was knackered about 9 o'clock and then woke up 2 hours later, bright-eyed.
I know. I honestly don't get it. I've never had it. The thing is, normally though, I jump a load of sleeping pills, so I arrive wherever I'm going. So I twisted around, you know what I mean? And if I don't go to sleep that night by 9 o'clock when I'm home, I take another one. So there's maybe that, you know what I mean?
I think about 2 hours sleep on the plane. I just couldn't sleep.
That's the thing, though. See, it's not jet lag; it's the fact you didn't sleep. It's hard to. It's hard to. Did you change your watch the second you got on the plane?
Aye.
That's a trick people say, but I do it. But I'm just lucky. I can sleep. Aye. So tonight, it can be a big day today because if we win and that lot lose, you know what I mean? Because we can go 6 behind Hearts tonight, and that's nothing.
We're all still in it, and even my pal, as much as it pains her to say, said that we're still in it when we were talking yesterday about it, how crap the season's been for both of us.
Aye, I know, and it's just it's like, I mean, if we lose tonight or that, it all kicks off all again, but it's just it's a fact we're definitely 1,000,000% still in it. There's no other way to put it. You know, I know people say we're crap and all that. We know we're crap, but so's everyone else. Good evening. So's everyone else. That's what people are forgetting. You know, and a lot of people do say Hearts will fall away. And keep remembering, McKinney's teams historically fall away.
They do. I mean, he done the same at Kelly, I know. Did you know? I remember right.
I think it was at West Brom. I think he folded there as well. And Bristol. I think Bristol was it for some season. I can't remember. I think it was Bristol City did all right, but Stacey's ahead of me. She's in Australia now. Perth. Will you be into the city centre around that harbour area at any point? That bar, the easy shag or the lazy shag or something like that. It's brilliant.
I think we're doing the city next week. We're going to Mandurah on Monday. We're staying down there for 2 days, and we're going to take a boat out in that.
Give me a second, Alison, and I'll send you the link. Hang on. Here we go. From send. There you go, Alison. You've got the link to come in. Good. And you will be going to. How was this? Let's see what the punters are saying. The thing is, it's just such like 1 minute I'm confident, the next minute I'm not, because St Mirren have got nothing to lose. They've won the League Cup, and their manager, he's not Charles Watton. You go and have a go at them. You know
exactly.
The thing is, till the end of the season, every game's behind the couch. It is, honestly. Yeah, here's Mad Allison.
I I think I put
I know.
3-1 on my cup.
Aye.
I was wondering where you were on holiday, Stacey, when you said at the weekend you're away to Australia.
Aye, I'm here visiting my pal and my niece, so
Brilliant.
it's
So did you have to put a VPN on to get onto your bet bookie, like onto your betting app, or did you do it before you came out?
no, I just turned the Wi-Fi off and put the data on because I get the data through my roaming. It allowed me to do it.
Have you got Australia on your roaming?
Mhm.
I was going to say,
Yep.
if not, it can get expensive. If not, you just put a VPN on. That's because that's what I've got to do because gambling's actually illegal in Thailand completely. You
Oh, is
can't
it?
get on the apps. I think there's a race course in Bangkok. I think you've got the lottery, which is gambling, but I never do it. It is illegal. That kind of stuff is so how are you feeling about tonight, Ali?
I feel more confident at the weekend. If
Aye.
results go whatever way, if Motherwell will be up for it against Celtic, without a doubt.
Mhm.
If Motherwell beat Celtic, that's us 3 points closer and we get them at the weekend. It's all to play for. It really is. I said to me at the weekend,
Mhm.
there's a few teams in it. He's actually glad of the competition now because he didn't want big head. He's obviously a Celtic fan. He said at the beginning of the season when we were winning, it was boring. We were turning up and it was boring football. It's just now we've got competition. So yeah, bring it on.
Absolutely.
Aye. Because like say people saying that when we get beat by a house, that's it over. You're like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
If it was 3 games to go, aye. But
Mhm.
this is we're still I think this is halfway, isn't it? This is bang
Yep.
on halfway, isn't it? I think this is it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Aye.
I think we're basically, as it stands just now, we've got the best defence record. I think we've steadied the ship.
No.
Now basically just arses in gear and just go for it.
Mhm.
That's quite a good way to put it. See this stuff. I don't want any old player. I don't want any old player back because it tells me the Americans are lazy and they're just, I see the only striker in the whole wide world, the guy that's been to jail and all that kind of stuff. I don't. No, thank you.
And you're
the
talking
thing,
Morelos, 5 million for Morelos.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Though, if he comes back and he's a nightmare, we're going to point the finger at the owner and say, "What did you bring
Right.
I know.
flipping
I know.
back?" Like you messaged me today about Arfield. If Arfield, it looks to me as Arfield's resigned. If he comes to Rangers, we're in a lawsuit. Falkirk are going to go, really? You know what I mean? He can't do that. I don't know what it is. But yeah.
That's a funny one. I don't know what's happened there because
I know it's weird because
was
like
doing well.
I just literally copied and pasted into Frankie, and I think he
Uh-huh.
thought that is me made up. I said no, I'm just
No. I'd seen it.
And, and then it said Falkirk confirmed that and I thought it was because like he was doing so well, like he scored, and it's a bit of a weird one. But hey ho.
That sounds extremely as if that's a personal life thing. That I mean, there's something not right there. I don't mean not right there. I mean that's me
I
saying
know.
there's something going on behind the scenes that's none of our business. Quite frankly, yeah.
Yeah, it was like a fallout with the manager or something.
And here's the thing, and this is not a good thing when you host podcasts. I don't know who he is. I don't know many players outside other teams because I'm quite. I rarely watch Scottish teams unless they're playing against Rangers.
Is that the one for Hibs, Bowie?
It could be.
I
don't know. No, Motherwell. I was more worried about Motherwell than I was. Excuse me, St Mirren. But anyway.
I'm sure Bowie's that one that scored the screamer in Europe for them, for Hibs.
Oh, right, okay, aye. Early in the season. I remember watching that offshore. Aye. Do you know what I noticed today? I don't know, it's a diverting a little from Rangers that they might be bringing in the Arsene Wenger offside rule, which is a good thing. Because the players, the gap's now not onside, it's the other way. It's closer to the goal. And that's the way it should be. You know what I mean?
Funnily
it'll
enough,
be
I was
interesting to see
reading
the
that
team
earlier.
choice. Yeah, a bit they can
I've got my phone on what's it called? Oh, here's the team. Right, I'm going to...
Psychic!
Oh, no, I hate when they do that. I'll get my phone on. Do not disturb. Evening, John. How are you doing?
Not bad. How are you guys?
Not too bad.
Good.
Not too bad. Tam's messaging me. He said his photos taken with Andrew Kavanagh.
I've seen it. Belter,
I said... what did Tam say? What did ask Tam? What did he say much? He said we had a wee chat. He's just asked Kavanagh asked him about his experience as a fan. So the fact that Kavanagh is actually not just taking the photo and rushing off, he's talking to the wee man. You know what I mean? And that's nice. He'll
He'll be
have
buzzing.
twigged
He'll be
Oh,
absolutely buzzing.
he'll have twigged at this. Look, not twigged, but blatantly, obviously, look, this is a young fan. This is my, I don't want to say target audience, but certainly an audience he wants to hear from, you know. But and the stuff about Arfield, right, this is quite simple. I think it's probably 37, he's retiring. Because, John, the things come up about Arfield, people say, oh, come to Rangers. If he did, we'd get sued. Because that seems like there's tapping up and there's tapping up. The player retires and goes and plays for Rangers. It's not happening, and I wouldn't want him anyway. But, yeah.
Nah, we need to stop this. Every player that leaves, we're talking about bringing them back. You know what I mean?
I know. And the Buffalo's for sale and offer £5 million or maybe dollars. I don't know, but no, and he's too big a gamble because the main one for me with bringing an old player back is if they don't work, the people that want them back will be the first ones to say, "Oh, you shouldn't have brought him back." And have I got the thing? Here's Baz from Hands Across the Water. How you doing, Baz?
All good, Frankie. Yourself, buddy?
Not bad, man. I'm going to struggle to stay up for this, man. I'll watch it. But sorry, Baz, we were just saying, wee Tams just did his photo taken with Andrew Kavanagh at Ibrox.
Excellent. Brilliant.
And I asked wee Tam, said, did you talk to him in his exact, this is wee Tam's exact words, I mean, is it, I'm buzzing. Had a wee chat, just ask him about experience as a fan. And I like that. The fact he's not just taking a photo and buggered off. He's seen, this is a young guy, 20, I think Tam's 19. So he wants to talk to the young man and listen to what he's got to say, because, Tam's the future. I mean, let's be honest,
Well, he certainly got the youth on his side, hasn't he? But it's good. It's good that Kavanagh's doing that. I think he's starting to get what Rangers is all about, and he's starting to connect with the fans, and that's a big thing.
He's getting the buzz.
I think he's kind of fallen in love with us because I tend to think the reason if we had got off to a good start in the season, I can't see him being here right at this moment in time. He might be over for the Celtic game, but being here now, this is obviously a financial thing to do with the signing of players and the CEO, etc., etc. What do you guys think? I'll start with you, Stacey.
Yeah, I think it's all to do with that. I wouldn't imagine he's here just for the sake of it, As you say, he'd probably come for the old firm. I think he's maybe just getting January, the signings in order and whatever. Want to make sure it goes right this time because he knows fine well the fans are going to go for him if it doesn't.
Alice, what about you? What do you feel about
Let's be honest.
being here?
I know fun match. I mean, there's nothing better the atmosphere. The atmosphere of the weekend, but absolutely electric, and he'll just sense the weekend. This is what it's all about. This is exactly what it's all about. But I genuinely have respect for the guy because he's not, he has shown up, and as I say, he's been in New York, he's been in jeans and that, he's been talking to fans. He just gets it. Because previous people have just been like, well.
Because John, you know yourself, Baz could have been the older farce. You would never have got that off of anyone in the past. Like Dave King, you could talk to him, but he wouldn't do that. But it's a different environment now, though, isn't it? It's
Aye. Look, you always knew if Dave King was in town, there was something serious going down. So I don't know whether that's the same way Andrew Kavanagh, but I would imagine that after the summer recruitment and all the stuff that's gone after that, in between Danny Rowe getting there, I'd imagine that he's here to, as you say, Frankie, to oversee things and make sure everything's getting done properly and there's no mistakes this time.
Yep.
What about you, Baz?
I think social media is playing a big part these days. If you take what the five of us are doing right now, you couldn't have done that years ago. It had to be at the ground or it had to be in a pub. So social media is all over the place. If there's anything put out, it's everybody's seeing it straight away. And Kavanagh knows that. He understands that. The years gone by when Murray was there and all them other blights we had after that, they didn't have to have that exposure. So, if something happens at Ibrox now, it doesn't matter what it is, it's everywhere within seconds.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because I think as well, he'll look at social media as well. I think he's that kind of
Oh,
guy.
absolutely.
You know, he'll go, and if not, he'll certainly have staff or his nephews, nieces, or I think, in fact, if has he not been photoed there with his kids jumping about mad? When I say kids in their 20s or something like that, and it was a proper passionate get in there, you know.
God, I hope he's looked at social media. I thought, who's this mad alley?
No, but he likes people. He don't like people like that. Right. So tonight's game, Stacey, what's going to happen?
I think it's going to be a 2-1, 3-1, but I think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be an out performance. I think it'll just be get the 3 points and up the road again.
Aye, I know. What about yourself, Ali?
I'm going for 2-1. I think he'll actually, I know he's been switching it about. I know that Mikey Moore was sick and things like that, but I genuinely think he'll start with the same team. I'd be surprised if he had major changes.
What about yourself, Johnny?
Look, Saturday I predicted a draw. If you remember, obviously I'm pleased that we won the game. I think we'll win the night. I think Saturday will give us a bit of a boost going in, you know, to the game tonight. Be a hard game tonight. St Mirren they've proved that we win in the League Cup, and you know Stephen Robinson's teams are always hard to beat. They're always quite physical and they're very fit. So whatever we get tonight, we're going to have to work hard for. I'd just like to see us starting the game better, more on the front foot rather than us being cagey. But I don't know whether this is because of the squad we've got. He's got to be cagey. And I heard somebody was talking the other night there. Danny Rose maybe saying to Rangers, just let the other team have the ball rather than us try to work with the ball and get nowhere, you know. So I think we'll win tonight. I think it's time we scored more than 1 or 2 goals in a game as well. And I'm going for a 3-1 tonight.
Right. What about yourself, Baz?
It's like we're not clicking. It doesn't matter who we're playing tonight. We're just not fully on. We're not clicking 100% yet. So I don't. Partick, whether it's Partick or whether it's St Mirren or whether it's Celtic, it doesn't really make a difference to me. So we need to find that wee bit of gelling with the players. I think we will win tonight. I think what Danny's doing is, Frankie, I think he's just trying to pull this team over the line to the window to get 1 or 2 more in. I think that's all he's doing. I think he knows himself. You know, I don't think there's a best 11 there, really, is there?
You're right. Here's a team.
Right.
This is straight off the bat. Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Fernandez, Magoma, Raskin, Diamande, Asgard, Moore, Gassama, Chermiti. Okay, right. One more time. Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Fernandez, Magoma, Raskin, Diamande, Asgard, Moore, Gassama, Chermiti. You know, I want to see Gassama doing what he did the other night. That was
he's fantastic. The goal he set up for Asgard, it was just like cross blocks. That was it. Bang, scored.
Aye. Give me a sec. I'm just posting. Team. I'm just typing it. I've just posted last time. Aye. I mean,
So what?
look, Baz, Baz, you hit the nail on the head. It's just dragging across the line, and that's what he basically said when he said it won't be pretty, you know. And that was him just saying, listen, this is no my team, you know what I mean? So and he can't. Right, wait a minute. The subs is Kelly, Nizala, Aarons, Dow, Barron, Curtis, Matondo, Cameron, Danilo. Sterling must be injured.
Well, unless he's keeping up for Saturday.
There's that as well. Because I think he has heavy. I mean, every team now uses squad rotation, but there's squad rotations and there's squad rotations. Because that team, like, I remember when we were on John as well, when he was on, when that team came out, they were like, it was the first time I doubted them. But then once the game was playing, like, all right, that's just why I'm on sitting here with a fan blowing on me and not managing. I'm not standing at the side of a pitch on £500,000 a year, you know. So yeah. So, Stacey, what do you think about that team just sitting there? Is that you and your monster?
No, it's just a Coke this time.
Right.
I mean, it's interesting. He's keeping with maturity, but he's going to come good eventually, isn't he?
I know. And I'll tell you, see, I'll see when he does come good. I bet it's like a hat trick or something like that. But anyway, Ali, what do you think of that team?
I'm actually, it's okay.
Sterling.
On paper, it actually sounds, I'm actually quite pleased with it. Actually, I'm like, yeah, it's actually an okay team. I think, as I said to Frankie, see, like when Asgard scored, you actually saw the relief. And I
Yeah.
think, you know, now he's got his goal, I think it more, even like Chamite, more practice, more game time, things like that. I generally think it'll be good for them.
I know. What about yourself, John?
I think we talked about it on Saturday. I said Chimiti, we need to sort of do we stick a twist with him, you know what I mean? And I think for £8 million, it's a big one. We need to, you know, it's sending out a really bad message if we get rid of an $8 million player after a couple of months. He needs a statement goal, as people say. You know, by a statement goal, I mean maybe one against Celtic. You know, a big goal. And I think they're really even saying that any goal's a statement goal for him just now. So
Milosevic isn't even in the bench. I've just noticed.
Yeah, is he not?
No. Look, subs: Kelly, Lazala, Aarons, Dowell, Barron, Curtis, Mutando, Cameron, Danilo. He must be. I wonder if he's. Aye, I know. Well, it will be. What about yourself, Baz? How do you feel about that team?
Slightly worried about the right hand. Slightly worried about the right hand side of defence. It's very. There's no pace there. Suter and Tav can't run. That's a slight worry for me. It's who's going to cover that position if them two get caught out. That's a slight worry for me. Chimiti, I don't know. He'll either come good or he won't. I'm not sure about him. And what I would say is the last couple of games I've seen him play, his work rate and his off the ball stuff's been better. His finishing is definitely a player shot of clean confidence. There's no confidence there in front of goal whatsoever. So as John said, he needs that big goal.
The thing is, the keeper had 2 good saves against him the other day. He fluffed a couple of things, but they're going 2 couple of good saves. But
what Danny Roll always says as well is you don't see what he sees in training, and he's obviously. Yeah. And you just don't know what he sees there. I mean, obviously, like, it's like, for example, Asgard at the weekend, he says he deserved, I've seen him training, he deserved to start, he scored a goal. So he's obviously there seeing what the work putting in.
That's it. I mean, John, like we've always said, I mean, Asgard for me when we signed him, and I had no real reason to think, I thought there's something about this kid I like.
Yeah.
And it's not happened yet, but I liked it. I liked his interview after the game when he said, okay, I've got to go, it gets from my confidence. And it's and whoever, I think it was one of the podcasts, it might have been Davey, asked him a question. He said, no, it wasn't my good. There's another one, Barron. That's another one we're forgetting about. That's this is squad rotation going on with Barron, isn't it?
Definitely.
Definitely. That's resting for Saturday.
Barron's on the bench. Yeah. Sorry, I totally forgot what I was talking about. But Asgard, I'm still hopeful he comes good because you do see flashes. And he has threaded a few passes. Wait a minute, that's all right. But the thing, young Curtis, we'll go into him, right? Curtis, just, he's come on, he's still not shown anything else. Listen, he's a kid, so we've got to give him time. But I think he hasn't totally impressed us that at the start of the season. How do you feel about him, Stacey? I'll go around the clock.
I think he's a player. There's a player there, and he's a fan. He's me and you,
Aye.
And the more we see him, I think there has been a wee bit of try to protect him now because how toxic Ibrox has been, and I think that's why we've maybe not seen enough of him. But you know what? Get him on Saturday and score, and that'll be it. He'll be a hero.
Aye, Ali, what do you feel about the wee man?
I feel a bit kind of sorry for him because at the beginning, like, obviously he was scoring even under Pooh Bagmagoo, and Alex Ferguson spoke to him and things like that, and and he's just, he's been brought up well. I have so much respect for the guy. I just think just now, whatever's on the last few months, I think Danny's just trying to literally settle the ship. And just take each day. And I think once, see, we're like 6, 7, 8, 9 points ahead, he might say, "On you come, son." But I think just now he's just he knows he just knows, just now it's one game at a time just now.
What about yourself, John?
I think he's got potential, but I also think that because of the way we've been for the last few seasons, not just the last few seasons, for a long time, we're looking for a bit of hope for somewhere. You know what I mean? And I think when young boys come in, especially young Rangers supporters that come through our system and they get a chance in the first team, we tend to pin more hopes on them. We did it with Alec Lowry. We were all, Alec Lowry should be in the team, should be doing this. We put him out on loan. The proof with Alec Lowry, and I'm not knocking him, is he's went out to other clubs and didn't do it. And I think he's doing it at Wickham now. Had the spell at Hearts. So I'm hoping Finlay Curtis can get some game time somewhere. I think we'll definitely go out on loan. There'll be maybe 2 or 3 of them getting loan. And I listened to one yesterday about you and Cameron. It was actually Chris Boyd, and they were saying that they're hoping he's saying he wants to go out on loan, but he's not wanting to give up in his Rangers career. He sees this as a step in the right direction to get into the first team. So I'm hoping Finlay Curtis gets that chance as well. But I just think it's a bad time for us to be pinning all our hopes on him, especially what's happened at the start of the season. He's only a young boy, so we let him come through and develop.
Yeah. What about yourself, Baz? What do you feel about the young guy? Because it doesn't need. No, this is what does he need to go abroad for? That to me, why? What? Right. What do you think, Baz, of young Curtis?
I think the fact that Mikey Moore started to hit a wee bit of form has actually curtailed the fans a wee bit with Curtis, because when he wasn't playing well, we were crying out for why have we got a loanee in that's not playing well when we have a young kid sitting on the bench and he might as well play. Mikey Moore has shown good qualities probably a wee bit not long after that, and he's playing well pretty much every week, so that's sort of curtailed it a bit with Curtis. But Curtis definitely has to go out and loan. I don't want to see Curtis the rest of this season sitting on the bench. We've done this with the likes of Bailey Rice, and you end up their contracts end up dwindling, and then they end up leaving the club for nothing. The whole point of Murray Park when it was first started was that young players would be blooded through, and we would see the next Barry Ferguson or whatever. But that just hasn't happened. So for me, Curtis definitely goes out on loan. Tell a club that's going to give him guaranteed games.
Yeah.
He has to play wherever he is.
He'll come back a better player as well.
I definitely think Rangers are maybe protecting him a little bit right now as well. Maybe there's that as well, because the thing
social media.
Honestly,
social media. I mean, you see what it's like when we're playing badly, or bring so and so on. There is so much pressure on one individual to turn a match, and it's not fair.
But I don't. The one thing about Curtis, so the Ibrox would be harsh on him because they know who he is and what he's about. I think. But the thing is, what I'm just thinking out loud, but that's the whole idea of this, is I've totally forgot what I was going to say. I've lost my train of thought. I've been told, look, Mikey Moore's here at the moment. He's playing well, young man. Listen, he's not going to be here next season. Just hang on there and maybe we'll go out on. But the thing is, what happens if Mikey Moore gets an injury? That's something else. It's all right saying these guys going on, he's all right, but we've got to think of the squad, because look, if we get 3 injuries, we're in trouble. You look what happened when Moore was out for, was it 3 games or something? You're like, where is he?
I know.
That's another thing. But I think something else we're talking about here is we're talking about the Rangers. I don't want to say old Rangers. That sounds like I'm talking like a beast. But the Rangers boards have passed. We're under new governorship now, and they have. We've still not seen what they're about really. Other than they knew they made a huge mistake with those 3 people and sorted it, which I really like. So there's still a bit of unknown about them at the moment, But the fact that Mr. Cavan is here again, I don't want to we've covered this already. That's a big thing. So it's interesting to see what happens. But so right, what do we do in this transfer window? Is there people going to arrive in the first 5 days? What positions and all that?
I think there will be. I don't think we're going to get. I think it'll be. Yep.
Waiting to be signed and sealed.
I think
there'll be. He did talk about saying he wanted the players here on the 1st of January so that they're available for the Celtic game. So I'd imagine
that. A shocker! Wow.
What?
That'd be a shocker 1st of January.
Well, that's what Danny said.
Ah.
He said he wanted the players here on the 1st of January. He says there's no
Mhm.
point
Aye.
in signing them in the 30th of January because they're no good to us after that, really.
It's true.
With the run of games we've got, he wants them for the
Aye.
straight into the team, basically.
Aye.
Which to
I
me is
can
a
see
good sign. If he's signing guys that he thinks is going to go straight into the team,
Aye.
then that's the type of players we want. We don't want projects.
No. What the thing for me though, Baz, I'll go with you. This one, Baz, it's the age. I don't want kids in. Like I've seen
No.
seen the rumours about a guy 21 years old. Right, that's great. I want 27, 28, even a guy 32, 33. I've got no issue with that. And you still see people saying they've got no sell-on clause. You're like, for fuck's sake. Listen, we need old school not headbangers, but guys on the pitch that can give the guys a shake and also give them a bit of confidence as well. Right, son, you made a mistake. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. Let's go. You know, but
Yeah.
I'll leave that one with you, Baz.
Absolutely. We're seeing at the start of the season, bringing in these youngsters that it hasn't quite worked for us. I know Mikey Moore started to play okay, Magoma's started to play okay, but as you say, Frankie, we need players that's going to go in and command the pitch, especially in the midfield. We need somebody in there, a really, really strong, big number 6 that can tackle, that can chase. And I know Barnes doing really well at that, but as you say, it's a squad. And you know, the likes of the night when Barnes not there, who's going to do that role? Who's going to do the running that Barnes gives you and the tackling and the chasing down? Because Raskin and Diamandi don't do that for you. They haven't got the same intensity in the play. So we're definitely caught short here tonight in the midfield. So that's an area for me. Definitely. We definitely need a left back. Somebody needs to cover Magoma because that young lad's running on empty sometimes because there's nobody there to give him a rest. Cornelius was brought in with the fact that he could play left back, but he's going to be out now for a long-term period.
I 3 more weeks, I was told, but that's still a long period. You know.
Well, it is. If you look at the games we have coming up, because with massive games, that the league could be either completely over in 2 or 3 weeks, or we could be right in the title chase. So it's very, very crucial that we get somebody in there at left back, definitely.
I'm just looking at the bench there. It's pretty scary, that bench, to be honest with you. Kieran Dowell's on it, Matondo's on it. I mean, these guys have been.
I know.
They've given us nothing since they've been here, and where they are on the bench, and our sort of toughest spell of the season.
I know. But I definitely think
Danilo's another one.
I know. It's just he showed flashes, but I know. I'm just looking at the team again. But
the bench last week was better. The bench on Saturday was better than tonight. But as you say, if it's doing team rotation and resting for Saturday, then is he gambling? Is he taking a gamble like we'll win tonight, then we'll play ready for Celtic?
I don't think he's a gambler. I think there's method behind the madness with him because he's outthought everyone, including the fans. Because we've called out, I say Saturday was a perfect example. Like Stacey won it. It was a perfect example when the team came out. I read it out loud, and it actually didn't trigger me, the team, because I was reading it out loud. Then I said it again. Then you guys started going, "What the fuck has he done?" So, Stacey, how do you feel?
I'm a bit more confident now that we're sitting thinking about everything, but I do agree. We definitely need a left back, and I seen we were linked with that Penrice again, but we definitely need a goal scorer. I know, don't we?
I know.
That's it. Aye. But something that I liked about, remember his press, it was maybe 2 or 3 matches before. I think it was David from Heart and Hand that asked him about the number 9 position, and the way he answered it said to me, "There's one coming in," because it was his words were along the lines of, "None of my number 9s." I can't remember his exact words, but basically said. He was basically saying none of them have given me what I want so far, which is goals, which is true. Although we know Miovski is a goal scorer in Scotland, he will come good with the service. But the other thing is the number 9s are not quite getting the service, although young Gassama can do it.
And sometimes he just clicks. I know he just clicks sometimes. Like watching his goal assist at the weekend. I mean, he starts at the weekend. They put his stats up at the weekend. He was, up there. But just sometimes you watch it, like they pass a long ball over and like, who's there? No one's there. And then quickly they're running back up the end of the pitch, they're trying to fit. And sometimes it's a bit like wacky races, but it's just that final piece. If we can get, and once I always say this, once we get the right people in, I don't think we'll be stopping us. I genuinely think we'll be hard to stop.
I know. There's this, but that's a Belgian one. But I know it's Hearts got to play. The Alan asking about Miovski. My gut feeling is, well, he must be injured. He's not. If he wasn't injured, he'd be on the bench at the minimum. I would have thought. I know we've got the squad rotation thing on, but there's no way. Could he be saving him for Saturday completely?
Well, he did have that wee bit of a flare up, didn't he? With the injury, so maybe it is just resting him until, and then see him on Saturday.
It's again, it's one of them. We can't, and I quite like the fact that we can't outthink the manager. He's not, because if we, I'm going to sound as if I'm comparing myself to football managers, but if we can't shout them out, can't read them. Hopefully that means the opposing managers can't. And in fact, a couple of the managers have said that, haven't they? I can't remember who it was, but they said, look, we don't know what he's going to do. And I was like, I like that.
I was another Hibs manager or something.
It was, I think, actually. It was just a weekend, I'm sure. The interview was.
And it was. I thought I quite like that. I mean, I know. Listen, managers will never slag other managers off, but there's ways to do it. But the fact he said that, what's this? I know Raskin. I thought Raskin. Do you think Raskin? Like the other night, he didn't. I don't think he was bad the other night. Maybe he's understated. Because he's playing different from when he was last year when he was more involved. As he maybe been asked to play a bit deeper, and because he's not doing game-winning passes and all that, he's maybe not quite. We're maybe what we're trying to say. We're giving him bad press when he doesn't deserve it at the moment. Baz, how do you think about that? Or am I wrong? Please, if I think I'm wrong, tell me.
Well, there's one thing that I notice. You see when Barnes so energetic and he's so much around that pitch, sometimes it looks like Raskin's not doing too much. And I think and I'm not criticising Raskin for that. I'm actually hyper praising Barron and what he's been doing. It's like when you're in a workplace, Frankie, if somebody's running around doing all the work, it looks like they're doing more than somebody that's maybe, standing on the other side. Although they're working away, they don't get the same accolades. And Raskin has a hell of a lot more pressure on his shoulders than Connor Barron. He's the international Belgian midfielder playing with Kevin De Bruyne and these boys, where Barron's the local Scottish lad. But I think Raskin, I think Danny Rowe has sat down with Raskin and they've had a good chat. From what I hear. So you might see the improvements over the weeks. You might see Raskin slightly. I think Saturday's a really good. As long as we win tonight, I think Saturday's a really good platform for Raskin to really pull himself up again.
Yep.
John, how do you feel about that? You're always good with Raskin.
As Baz just touched on there, Danny Rowe sat him down and said, "Look, stop running all over the park. Just sit where I want you to play. Play with the game in front of you as a six, and let the guys that can run basically, like Connor Barron." Let them do their job instead of him. Like I said on Saturday, he keeps going into other people's areas of the pitch. I've seen him going in and somebody's there ready to collect the ball and he'll go in and nip it away from one of our players. And all of a sudden there's a big hole where he's supposed to be. He really needs to start sort of get that position. And I know for Belgium he's playing slightly different. He's going in and winning the ball and he's driving forward with it. But we need somebody now just to sit there as a six. The midfield's changing every sort of game. The one that really disappoints me in that midfield is Diomande, because I think he's lazy and I think he picks his games.
Never had him.
And he's a liability as well with cards.
Yeah. I've never got him at ones or not.
I think it just proves that kind of, for all we are playing above the level. Well, we're dragging players up to a level that they probably, we're playing well as a team, but as individuals, we're not really good because you don't see what's his name? Connor Barrett's been man of the match loads of times, but there was nobody to challenge him. I'm not discrediting him. I mean, I think Sterling's kind of gave him a push a couple of times, but there's nobody, there's no standouts, because I feel, in a game, any game, whether it's Mirren or Celtic or Real Madrid we're playing, the whole team needs to be playing their best, but there's probably 5 of them need to be on their absolute 99.9% A game, because you can't have everyone 100%. It's just not humanly possible. That doesn't happen unless you're the Brazil 1970 team. But outside that, you can't. We need a reality check. So I think Diomande playing, it just proves how bad the recruitment's been. That's what it comes down to. And the fact we have stats as well is down to recruitment, because he was supposed to be a squad player this year, and he's got to start. So I know Tav's a hot potato, but he's such similar to Chamiti, as in Chamiti's got that £10 million sign above him. Tav's been forced to play, even though his legs are gone, because we've got no other choice.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Big Diamondi, sometimes I just look at him and I just want to shake him. I go,
He's got
At times he does a few
Mhm.
things in the game, but not enough.
No,
But
no.
the big thing is it's a card thing, and I don't want
And
to
it's
play
always-
against Celtic.
Yeah.
It's always
But
stupid
if he
ones.
plays
I know.
against Celtic, Celtic are just going to go for him.
Mhm.
well,
That's
they'll have
it.
been told already. They'll have been told already the key players to get to. Honestly,
Aye.
they have been.
The Diamandi's the main culprit there, absolutely. You know, Max Orange is another one. There are certain players that can get wound up very easily, and when their things aren't going their way, I just want to get down the tunnel, get themselves a red card, and wander off. Don't need players like that, you know. And Diamandi, for me, the odd glimpse isn't enough. It's just not enough anymore at Ibrox. It's just not
100%.
acceptable. And the fact is too, I mean, he lost his place in the AFCON, you know, and he was a regular in that squad. So they're seeing it too,
Exactly.
obviously, as well.
Exactly.
That says it
tells you
all, then,
something.
doesn't it?
And
Absolutely.
that will hurt him. Like, I'm not saying I'm an expert in African football. I've worked in Africa a lot over the years, and they love their national teams, you know, because I worked with Senegal the last few years, and they were the last people to win the AFCON. And that, even when I was there last year, they've still got pictures absolutely everywhere. You get in the taxi from the airport to tell football, and when you actually drive past the national stadium and they went to town, all it is about how they won that. You know, and I love to talk to that. My point being, he'll be absolutely humiliated of not making that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's an embarrassment for these
Mhm.
guys as well, for their families and all that. They it's different from them paying for their national team. You know, it's absolute pride. You know, but aye. What's the edge? Who's that? That's Colin. But no, tonight and right, I don't particularly like talking about that lot at Motherwell. That is not an easy football match for them tonight at all.
But after the weekend, though, I mean, leading in, obviously we kind of won, but their stats leading up to the weekend, I don't know. I'd take a draw.
Aye. If Hearts Hearts are not playing tonight, but and the thing is that we've got 2 games against Aberdeen. That's another one. That's a snotter of a snotter of 2 ties as well, because they will do everything they can not to. Aye. But so listen, I'll start you ring. What's the score predictions, Stacey?
3-1.
Ali,
2-1.
John, you've said 3-1, ain't you?
3-1, yeah.
Baza?
Gotta go be positive, a clean sheet, 2-0.
I better check. Yeah, I've gone 2-0 on the page, but so I am not 100% if I will be up after this game, because by the time it finishes, you know, I mean, it'll be 6 in the morning my time. If you're about, it'd be good, but if not, thanks for coming on tonight, and thanks for everyone for listening. All right, I'll let you all go. Okay.
All right, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cheers.
See you, Baz. See ya.
Right.
Bye, baby.